Defense Donald Rumsfeld, General Richard B. Myers, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General John Abizaid, Commander.
Importantly, this enemy seeks to acquire weapons of mass destruction and will certainly use such weapons if they obtain them. They experimented with anthrax in Afghanistan. They tried to develop crude chemical weapons in Afghanistan. They're always talking about how they might develop a radiological dispersal device. If they could buy or acquire a nuclear weapon, they would. This is not my guess. This is what they say. Know that propaganda and grabbing headlines are more important than military. It also gives them a chance if we fail in our mission.
Today we expect to have 60 to 70,000 more Iraqi security forces available for referendum security than we had in the January elections. By the elections in December, we expect that to rise to about 100,000 more Iraqi security forces available for election security. As a result, I only asked for 2,000 additional forces to help us with this year's election process, as compared to 12,000 that I asked for the January elections. Protect our way of life. We should not be afraid of this fight. We and the Iraq, and they just like to take a moment to address a couple of questions that relate to this that I'm continually asked.
Thank you. General Casey, you indicated that you were going to comment about previous statements of yours about. Are you projecting now, based on any assumptions you want to make, that there will be a drawdown of American forces starting next spring? Are you making that projection at this time?
As I said, Senator, reductions in coalition forces, condition-based reductions of coalition forces is a critical element of our strategy.
Right.
And we certainly do look to do that over the course of next year.
And are you projecting that those conditions would exist next spring as of this time?
Senator, the next 75 days are going to be critical in what happens after that. And so I'd like to wait until we get through this political process here to give you a better assessment of that.
Do you have adding that country's terrorists that have been so elsewhere, such as in the Horn of Africa, our training assistance enables.
The political and the economic and the security all have to go forward together. And to the extent there's a failure on the economic or the political side, it makes the security situation in an insurgency environment more difficult. Now, that means that there isn't an answer to your question where you could say 10%, 20%, or 30%. I don't believe.
It has to do with the Iraqis. You ought to read David McCullough's book, 1776, about the birth of our